family? What's the word? What is the word? Alright, I tapped in a Hookah Anonymous channel, and he has a video titled "New Documents Prove That Von did not get turned on by Smirkio." Yeah. I hadn't looked at it yet, not whatsoever. We're about to check it out together for the first time, so yeah, make sure you guys like that video. And yeah, tap in with the Cash App, you guys. It does help. $sign Trap House Kitchen 1. And I want to shout out my top trappers, Dark Winter, Dominic, oh my goodness, Dominic, Dominic, oh my goodness, Al Swan, Ramel, Carrie Ferrier. I want to shout out Conceptual Elixirs, DC Mister for show. Shout out Lisa. Shout out my number one. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna mention her name. She doesn't want to mention. And shout out to Peter and Cameron. Thank you guys so much for the Cash Apps, y'all. Cause as we all know, the channel ain't doing what it's supposed to do. And this is the last week. I'm gonna really try to push it. I can't keep doing the same thing expecting results or different results. It's that simple. But because the channel's performing poorly, you guys, please donate to the cause. $sign Trap House Kitchen 1. And yeah, let's get to the video. Enough yapping.
Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, so the annual conversation about if Lil Durk told on King Von have came up yet once again. Now, if you tapped in with the drill culture, you know this conversation comes up probably about every couple of months. Everybody's wondering, did Lil Durk snitch on King Von or not? Now, in one breath, you got people saying, well, if King Von passed away, then it's a no-brainer that he tells on King Von, because at the end of the day, you know he's gone. So to put a situation on a person that's not here, I guess is a no-brainer, so you could escape whatever jail time that you was facing, right? However, in the streets, it's been a debate on whether that's considered snitching or not. Some people say, well, if he told on him whether he's alive or not, that's still telling.
Yeah, it's still telling. Even though that person can't do jail time because they're no longer existing, I think it's still telling. But if the shoe was on the other foot, like say if I was in a scenario where it's like, man, hey bro, we about to go hit this lick. It's a chance that, you know what I mean, either one of us might get caught or might not make it back. But in the case of that, if something happens to me, bro, blame it on me. Whatever you can blame on me, put it on me. Even my past dirt, put it on me to save yourself if the ultimate happens. So it's a mixed thing in the streets. Like, some people vibe with that, some people don't. But if I was in a scenario and something happened to me, I would want my homeboy to tell on me and not be doing time while I'm no longer here either. Like, come on, don't give him a win-win. Go ahead and get your Terrence Williams on.
Then you got the people that feel, well, it's not telling because he's no longer here. So even if it is put on him, he can't do no time. Now, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not about to sit here and get my
Von. When we see these guys in their clothing, well, when I see it, I just see a shitload of symbolism. I see 6 stars there. Yes, it's 7, but I feel like this is the head star. You turn it upside down, you get what you get. Now, real quick, even this, shh, that's what I get from that. And to top it off, let me go back to this one picture real quick. Where is that? That reminds me of the 322, the Skull and Bones. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, y'all. It's a lot of stuff. And I mean, even Von, you know what I mean? I don't know if he, listen, I'm gonna just shut up. Let's go, because I ain't trying to get that deep into it.
Already did that in previous videos, and I've learned with the internet, everybody's going to be biased based on whoever it is. A lot of times, if it's Lil Durk, they'll side with him. But if it was anybody else, the regular Joe Schmo in the streets, they'll say, well, yes, it is snitching, and they'll give you a whole explanation as to why. So y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about that. If somebody tell on somebody that's deceased, is it still considered snitching or not?
If you want to build an
Take this time to like the video, y'all. Oh, she looked good. I don't know what I like about jawbones or cheekbones so much. Let's go.
So it just came out that another YouTuber or blogger by the name of Byron Blake, he had presented some paperwork in which he's saying that Lil Durk didn't tell, and in fact, the documents that he received, I guess, is not sealed. It's open, and if you want to see it, you can. People are just not doing the footwork.
Look at the emphasis. Look at the emphasis in the body language.
If you want to see it, you can. People are just not doing the footwork that they need.
He had Durk scared. Durk seen that killer in that boy's eyes. Like, man, there's something, you know what I'd do to you type look.
To properly view the documents if they really want.
Look at that look. Look at that, this stupid ass look on Durk's face. Like,
that they need to properly view the doc.
Look at that stupid look. Like, man, come on, man. This picture right here says so much. Like, so much. This says so much to me. Look at the total polar opposites. What the hell is Durk smiling and grinning about while Von got this look on his face and they're sitting next to each other?
Documents if they really wanted to. Now, like I always tell y'all, we bring awareness to certain things.
Like, man, what you on, bro? You acting like one of them. Is you the prosecutor's friend?
I want to go over the documents, but not only that, we spoke to O.T. Avani's father, in which y'all know, and he enlightened us that a conversation was had with a lawyer that would explain that some money was given, and that would explain that some documents were allegedly destroyed.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I feel like this is the moment where everything split. Look how happy Durk looked until he sees and hears what Von says.
I always tell y'all, we bring awareness to certain things. I want to go over the documents, but not only that.
Bro stopped smiling instantly and couldn't even look Von in the eyes. He had to look down.
That the defendant is charged with, the defense is aware of who the purported shooting victim is. The victim is a dangerous felon who was arrested in Chicago after being involved in another shooting. The victim is being held without bail in Cook County, Illinois. Based on the victim's criminal history and most recent conduct, the defense inherently has a prima facie case of justification, assuming that the defendant was a shooter or involved in the shooting. The defendant is not a flight risk. He owns property in Jefferson, Georgia, Jackson County. He resides there with his fiancée and infant child. If granted bond, the defendant will continue to reside at his Jefferson home. Proceedings may then commence to test it and create a ruling. So in layman's terms, it just means like at first, or initially, or at first sight. Now, a prima facie case of justification is something that's a little different but similar. But as Google...
There he is again, the hand over the mouth. This man keeps something covering his mouth. Pause. People like to talk about me and this microphone spit cover filter, pop filter. I bet they don't say nothing about this dude always covering his mouth. The symbolism is everywhere, allegedly.
Who will tell us it'll say, quote, any need for a response by other parties. A prima facie case might not stand or fall on its own. If an opposing party introduces other evidence or asserts an affirmative defense, it can be reconciled only with a full trial. They said a prima facie case of justification is going to be presented due to the criminal history of the victim and most recent conduct. It said that the victim was a dangerous felon who was arrested in Chicago after being involved in another shooting.
After a shooting across the
dropped. Now, TMZ did an article based on the situation of DA Fannie Willis dropping all the charges, as it would say, quote, Fulton County DA Fannie Willis recently filed paperwork with the court declining to move forward with the case against Durk because of prosecutorial discretion, but she's declined to elaborate beyond that. Willis noted there was probable cause to initially arrest Durk, but after a thorough review of the facts, she decided against moving forward with the case. Durk's attorney, Manny Aurora, tells TMZ Willis simply didn't have enough evidence to prove a case against the rapper. But this is where it gets crazy, because the same DA Fannie Willis will also go on record and say that if KINGVON was alive, then he would have been the one convicted for the shooting. Now let's get this straight here. What is prosecutorial discretion? According to Google, it's the authority of prosecutors to decide whether to bring charges against a person for a crime and which charges to file. This power allows them to tailor their approach based on the specifics of each case, considering factors like the strength of evidence and the seriousness of the crime. What more evidence do you need when you're on surveillance? Now, this also brings us to what...
Yeah, this is a sticky situation all the way around, and it's tricky also. But this is the thing that I think about the whole thing. They didn't want to go state because they were going federal. And with that RICO, they just, I don't know, I feel like the state got overpowered federally. And that's why they really didn't move forward with a lot of things. This dude can't go to state court and federal court at the same time. Not at all. And I don't even think they wanted the situation where they say, hey, well, we're going to try you here at state, and then when you get done, we're going to try you at the federal level. Like, I don't know. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, y'all. End of the day, Durk, not to be trusted. And that's just my opinion. And that's a right that we're born with in America, to have an opinion and the freedom of speech. It's not bad mouthing, dude. I'm just saying how I feel. And everything's, what they call it, alleged. Like the video, y'all. Thanks for being here. $ Trap House Kitchen 1. Everything helps. And shout out to the riders that have donated to the cause. The link's in the comment section. Not the comment section, but the description. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.